Hey there, all you guys and gals, you hip cats, cool kittens, you diesel-powered disciples of cool. Live from the Houdini room at the Casa de Cool, it's Comixstravaganza Live! Brought to you by GraphicPolicy.com. Comic City Conventions in cooperation with BDC Entertainment, The Unlockable Characters, and Cosplay Collective. And now, please welcome your host, the time-traveling, comic book loving, diesel punk, prophet of pop culture, the king of swing, the tower of power, Big Daddy Cool, Johnny Della Rocca! Woo! Hey there, all you guys and gals! Welcome to Comixstravaganza Live! This is our debut episode, and I am your host, Big Daddy Cool, Johnny Della Rocca, along with the lovely and talented Miss Tina Vita and Darth Lee, Leanna Player. The band is back together!
Yeah.
Finally!
All right, ladies, let me grab this and bring it into place, because we are, right now, as you can see, recording for iTunes.
Now, it feels like a real show now. A little microphone.
It's like it's official.
Like it's official? Like we actually planned this?
Right, yeah. Are you gonna sing?
Not tonight.
Oh, okay.
Not tonight. But that'll be somewhere along the line, because we've got a very different show.
Right.
For those of you who are tuning in, if you recognize us from another show, on another website from months ago, this show is very different. This is going to be completely different from that other show.
This is like no restraints.
That's right.
All
Oh,
out doing what we want to do.
That's right. So here's how we're different. First of all, we are live. You are watching us live, which means
We can make mistakes.
we could make mistakes. We could make mistakes, but more than that, you, the audience, watching us live, you can interact with us right now. You can tweet us at... Wait, am I allowed to say that?
Tweet?
Tweet us?
Tweet us?
It sounds a little bit risque. I don't know.
You can tweet me.
When's the last time you tweeted your Twitter? Anyway, tweet us at Live Comics, C-O-M-I-X, as in Comics Stravaganza, Live Comics, and we'll read some of your tweets later on in the show and respond to you in live, real time. That's
Nice.
cool, isn't it?
It is.
So we're in our own studio,
Right.
in our own space here at the Houdini room at the Casa de Cool.
Yes. So we can get as crazy as we want.
We can, and it could get really crazy. It could get super crazy.
Really quick, too.
We control the content.
There we go.
We
Finally.
are not beholden to any higher powers, and we're not limited to who we can and cannot have on the show. As you're going to see later on tonight, we're going to have a very special guest that we were never allowed to have on the show before. You guys didn't know that, but
I didn't know.
it's true.
Is
Yeah.
that why?
Yeah, well, it is one of the yeah. But that's not why we're having him on. We're having him on because he's a cool dude, and he's got an event coming up that we're going to be a part of, and we're going to talk about that later on. But, you know, so that's the other big difference. We can have guests live in the studio and eventually virtually. We were going to have my diesel-powered podcast friends on virtually. Technology did not work the way that I assumed that it would.
It failed us.
Right.
Well,
we don't have little kids here to operate all of our technical stuff.
that's right. That's right. So they will be on a future episode, but we can do that via the magic of the interwebs, and we're going to have some special guests on here in the studio tonight, some performances and whatnot. Super, super, super cool. So, and as you guys can see, no more t-shirts for me.
He's in full swing right here.
That's right. That's right. Full on
get
Big
used
Daddy
to it.
Cool. Diesel punk goodness all the way. What is diesel punk? It is the aesthetics of the 20s through the 40s mixed with the sensibilities of today, or contemporary in origin. It's got the visual aesthetics of what we call decadence, and it's got punk, sci-fi, fantasy, countercultural attitudes. It's what I'm all about. And that's why I also host another podcast on iTunes the diesel-powered podcast. If you ever watched the other show, you never heard me talk about that. There was a reason. And now I can. So you can tune into the diesel-powered podcast, and we are launching a new show on that network this week, an Agent Carter Roundcast. Or Roundtable, yeah. Agent Carter Roundtable. Now, did you guys watch the episode last night or today?
I didn't get to.
All right.
But I'm going to.
So I only got to watch the very first 20 minutes of it today on Hulu Plus.
Wasn't it a 2-hour special?
It was.
Okay.
But the first 20 minutes, I lost my fanboy stuff. It was unbelievable. I'm going to watch the rest of it tonight, and we're going to have the Agent Carter Roundtable on iTunes on the Diesel Powered Podcast this week. But, yeah, so that's really cool. And the other thing that we get to do on this show, and we're going to do it a little bit later, we're going to have the details. You remember how, we get to do giveaways with some actual prizes that I will actually be able to show you the physical prizes here on the show.
Can I win it?
You cannot win it. And none of the cast or crew with Comixstravaganza Live can win it.
You can have your mom call in, win it that way.
That's right.
Have your mom win it for you.
That's right. So anyway, that's what's going on. So in the last 4 months, 3 months?
Oh no.
It's been a while.
Has it been?
It's been a while. Since October.
It seems long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of changes have happened in our lives.
For the good.
Tina Vita, you are an emerging model and actress. Your Facebook page is blowing up, and the photo shoots that you're doing are unbelievable.
Thank you. I'm really glad to get rid of the old name.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah. So, she's no longer little. She's all grown up, and the photos on her page prove it.
Sexy
Way to make that sound.
Well, and
they're gonna be jumping on their computer now. Like,
yeah,
what
you
is he
should
talking about?
go check out Tina Vita, Veda. You'll be glad you did. Trust me. And you became a bombshell kitten.
Yes, I did.
With me in the Swing Magic Review and the Magic Cabaret, and we've been traveling around up and down the road, having a ball, having a blast. You got to get stabbed with swords, and that was fantastic.
Yeah, I did.
And Leanna player Darth Lee, you started your own little enterprise in the last couple of months that we've been off the air.
I am working on getting everything together.
Miss Geek Boutique.
Yes.
On Etsy.
Yes.
And we have some of your product here. Can we show some of your product?
Sure.
Grab some of those, Tina. So, first up, and she started doing these, 8 months ago. I don't know if you can see these, but these are guitar pick earrings, right? That you hand cut, you punch them yourself, and you actually use real pages. Guys, don't freak out. Real pages from comic books as the artwork for the earrings.
Yes.
And you've got like a bunch of cool folks: the Avengers, Scarlet Witch, Iron Man, Wolverine, Spider-Man, Captain America, all the cool kids.
All the cool kids.
Yeah.
Starting out on my earrings. Now my plaques, on the other hand, I just started making those.
Yeah, so
These are awesome, by the way.
yeah, these are really cool. I don't even want to know how you make these, but this is a Walking Dead plaque, wall plaque with actual. You cut them out.
I
You
use
put
the
them on
comic
there?
book
Yeah.
covers for The Walking Dead because they're
So this is an actual cover plaque.
right.
Excellent.
Their comic books are black and white. There's only color on the cover.
I knew that,
Yeah.
even though I don't read those. And Captain America, and you can get these at Miss Geek Boutique. Your Etsy store is up?
It is up. It has a couple of things on it. I'm still working on getting all of my stuff on there. And then here soon I'll have the website done. So you can go to the website and the Etsy will be on the actual website.
Well, and at some of the conventions that we go to over the next couple of months, Leanna will have these for sale live there as well. So that will be awesome, awesome, awesome. So that's what's been happening with us. And we've been busy. You know, when we left the other show, at the time I had no plans to do a new show. But we helped Dee and Nancy start Cosplay Collective. And then one thing happened after another, and I got approached by graphicpolicy.com. We connected, and the conditions were just right to do what I've always wanted to do, a live stream. This is what you guys don't know. Tina, Leanna, in 2000, I pitched a live stream talent competition to a major theater here in Nashville, and it was then titled Nashville's Next Star.
Right.
It did not make it to the interweb, but it did make it to a major cable network, and I didn't get any credit for it. Anyway, but I had the vision for live streaming shows way back in 1999, 2000, and now the timing is right, the conditions are right, and here we are. So it is time now for our hot picks of the week.
All right.
Instead of doing just what's new this week, we decided that we were going to do kind of what we're into and what our picks are for this week. Oh, we have someone on the chat?
No, we can't get locked out. It's locked out.
Oh, well, why'd you let that happen? Hold on. Ladies, you guys talk about yourselves.
So, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. How you doing?
I'm doing good, girl. So, Johnny, how long do we have to talk to each other for? Not sure if I like this chick.
All right. I know you guys like each other plenty. All right, so time for our hot picks of the week. I'm going to go ahead and start because it is Wednesday. It is New Comic Day. So I stopped by the comic book shop and I picked out some of the things that I'm into right now and that I think are going to be super, super cool. And so I'm just going to talk about these real quick. Ant-Man, #1. So this is brand new by Marvel, and it is another step in their process to unify the cinematic universe with the comics universe. Scott Lang, Ant-Man, and you know, a lot of fans, I've been reading this online, have been kind of upset about this whole thing where they're you know, making the comic universe look like the Marvel movie universe. But to me it makes sense because even myself, you know, I'm a big fan of Agent Carter and the shorts, and they put out an Agent Carter one-shot comic. I went out to get it, and it wasn't the Agent Carter from the movies. And yeah, and I was really kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
And so as a new fan, if you're not familiar with the history of the characters and you only know them from the movies, you go to the comics and it's not what you saw on TV or in the movies, it can be kind of frustrating and a little bit disappointing. So this is part of that whole unifying. This is going to be a big, big book because Marvel was super smart. They released it the same day they released the trailer.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the trailer today?
I did not see the trailer.
Oh my gosh.
I actually try to work when I'm at work.
Super
Right?
excited. Well, this is my work. All right, so
By the way, I really love the artwork on that.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's really kind of a retro thing going on here. Kind of a let's see, who is the artist on this? This is Ramon Rosanas is the artist, and yeah, very retro. Kind of got that Darwin Cook, Chris Samnee feel to it. Very, very cool and very apropos for this title. All right, my next hot pick of the week is Operation Sin. Now this is spinning out of Original Sin that happened over the summer. This is issue #1, 1950, Peggy Carter, Howard Stark, and they are investigating an alien artifact that has been found on Earth, and this is what we call diesel punk. I talked about that. This is a diesel punk comic because it fits in that era of the 20s through the 50s, and it's got the visual aesthetics, it's got sci-fi fantasy, and on my Diesel Powered podcast, I would talk about this as a diesel punk comic for this week. So this is going to be a big one. It's by Immerman, and not Stuart Immerman, Catherine Immerman, his wife. And
Who is that?
I don't know yet.
No.
I have no idea yet.
He's got a jetpack.
He's got a jetpack. He's kind of a Buck Rogers, Rocketeer kind of looking dude. I can't wait to read it, though. It's one of my hot picks. It's going to be a big book this week, so check that out, especially since, again, they timed it with last night's premiere of Agent Carter.
That's smart.
Marvel is using their head. They learned, Marvel and Disney learned an important lesson from the John Carter debacle. Anyone see John Carter, the movie? Yeah, it was a great movie. I think the three of us in this room are the only people who saw it because they didn't know how to market it. They didn't know how to tie it into the classic literature and the books and whatnot, and so it failed. All right, this is a personal favorite, another hot pick for me. If you're not into Hellboy, you need to be because it's pretty cool. This is Hellboy and the BPRD, Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense. 1952. It's Hellboy's first mission. This is only issue number 2.
Cool.
The art is by Alex Maleev. And if you're not familiar with his work, he's got this great noir style. If you were a fan of Brian Michael Bendis' run on Daredevil, he was the artist for most of that. Perfect for Hellboy. It's an original story written by Mike Mignola. We're only on issue number 2. You can go back, pick up issue number 1, and not break the bank.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I got to share this with you.
Okay.
So, I was so excited that I found these at Christmas time. And this was a gift to myself.
Oh, you didn't get it for us?
No, I'm sorry. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
sometimes he gets to treat himself, right?
Well, did I ever tell you? So, this is the truth. When I was a kid, starting junior high,
How long ago was that?
a few years ago. So my mom never got the hint and never figured out what I liked. So all year long, I would save up my own money, and at Christmas, I would buy my own Christmas gifts and wrap them and put them under the tree from Santa. And it confused the hell out of my mom. She was just always like, "Where did that come from?" If she ever got it, she never acted like she did. So, but I still do it today. And so this year, Santa brought Johnny the reaction figures from Funko. This is the Rocketeer. I'm going to give that one to you for you to hold. This is Jane Cobb from Firefly and Captain Malcolm Reynolds.
I want to hold that one.
Okay, Captain Mal, Jane, Rocketeer. We're having a little bit of a thing here.
Can you tell who the Firefly fans are?
Well, Firefly is Diesel Punk. Now, a lot of steampunks claim it, but I don't know what Rocketeer is Diesel Punk. And so I had to have these.
Right.
Had to have them. Basically, what you guys got here is they are replicas. Basically, they are made like the original 1977 Star Wars figures on the same kind of cards in the blister pack. They are the 3 3/4 inch. They only have, 4 or 5 joints, the head, arms, legs.
Right.
And so they're made to be like those original 1977 Star Wars figures. And the reaction logo even looks like the Kenner logo on the original Star Wars toys.
Impressive.
It is super cool. I love these. Go out, get them at Barnes & Noble, Books A Million. You can get them on Amazon and even at Target. Target has them too. So, cool. So, it's your turn, girls. Your turn, ladies. What have you got to share with our lovely live audience?
Well, this week I want to go and do Redbox Pick of the Week. And I'm a little nervous about my pick of the week because it really failed really bad at the box office.
Was it John Carter?
No. It was Kevin Smith's Tusk. Anybody watch that yet? Oh my god. Okay, so
Wait, was this about the Elephant Man?
No.
Oh.
No. So this is not a movie that you would bring home to watch with the family. Think the dialogue in Clerks mashed up with Silence of the Lamb.
Really?
It is a creepy, dark, scary, not scary, but it's very, very weird. Very weird. You have to kind of take it for what it is. It's not a big movie that, had a big budget and whatnot, but I liked it. It was really, really creepy.
So that's your pick of the week.
That's
Hot
my
pick.
pick of the week.
Oh, by the way, I nerded out. Not really, but on Netflix, Friends is on there.
Oh my God.
Hey,
There's like
Are you really?
You shut up.
Really?
You shut up.
Really? Smelly cat,
Smelly cat.
what are they feeding you?
Hey, you watched it apparently?
I did. I look. I was hooked too. I was you know
Okay. Well,
pulled in, sucked in.
I grew up on that. That was my show. Loved it. Anyways.
I'll be there for you.
Alright, so in the gamer world, for the PlayStation 4 fans, Infamous First Light.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about games for? You're a pretty girl. You're not supposed to know anything about gaming.
Shush! I'm quite different from typical females.
Well, here, why don't you talk about some games?
Yeah.
I
come
have
on,
no
go ahead.
clue.
Exactly.
No clue.
You hush.
Don't.
Let me have my spotlight. Anyways, hi guys. Infamous First Light and the Swapper, excuse me, is coming free for anyone that's for. See, you made me distracted now.
We're live, by the way.
I know. Anyways, for the PlayStation. Help me, Johnny.
3, 4.
No, the
Network?
Oh, yeah, the PlayStation subscription service. What do they call that?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. The PlayStation Network, coming for free. The Swapper is more for like puzzle games, which I'm kind of excited for that. So I like to use my noggin sometimes. So that's my little spiel. Okay, you can have spotlight.
So that's your hot pick of the week.
Mhm.
What were the games again? The Swapper and what?
Infamous First Light.
You know what? I think that's one of the games that we have that my son and I play.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's cool because he like shoots fire and ice and he flies.
See, you play video games.
No, yeah,
There you
I
go.
do play them. I'm just not what you would call a gamer. I play them when they're
When they're around.
when they're around when I have time. So
Okay.
So excellent. Well, so guys, that's our hot picks of the week. Our cool picks, the things that we think are cool that you guys ought to be into. Ought to check out, and we're going to turn it over to a brand new segment. We have an awesome correspondent joining us, and we're going to give her center spotlight. Please welcome as we exit with our news, and I think she's got like a rant. I have my grind my gears. I think she's gonna lay down a smackdown.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
So please welcome from the Unlockable Characters, Amy Sulam. We're gonna exit stage left.
Hey everybody! So I'm going to be doing kind of the nerdy news. Let me first say that I think I would be remiss if I didn't mention the whole hacker situation that happened on Christmas morning with the gaming system. Really, hackers, really, that's who you want to go after, the gamers? I thought we were friends. That's what I thought. Do you have any idea how heartbreaking that is? To find out that fellow nerds ruined your Christmas morning on purpose because they wanted more Twitter followers? If you want more Twitter followers, you need to do what pretty much everyone else does. Just tweet a bunch of pictures of kittens. People will follow you, then you can hit them with your message. It'll be great. So let's see, what else is going on? Speaking of PlayStation and Sony, there are rumors right now that they're thinking about doing an Aunt May movie. It's going to be kind of Madman-esque and espionage backstory for Spider-Man. Nobody will see this movie. There is nobody who is going to see it. Between that pitch idea and the interview, I don't know if Sony is punking us or if they have legitimately run out of good ideas for movies. The next thing that they're going to do with the Marvel characters is have Spider-Man starring Kim Jong-un. Further confirmation that the universe hates me and I'm being punished. Assassin's Creed Unity came out and it was so full of glitches it would make your Nintendo DS jealous. for the gamers who love this game and are loyal followers, it's a cult favorite. For the people who like it, you really like it, and it's my favorite thing to just run around and shoot things. Black Flag is amazing. Unity comes out, and really, Ubisoft, really? Clearly it was pushed out way before it was ready, so either get your stuff together or you're going to pull an E.T. Christmas video game one with this, because you're going to lose a ton of your fans, and it'll end up in a landfill. Just saying. Let's see, Final Fantasy, for those of you who play the MMORPG version of Final Fantasy, you will be excited to know that in the next coming weeks, if you weren't already aware, they're going to be rebooting a few things. You're going to have some new characters that you can play and some easier leveling up. Not that that's a huge story, but it's a fun story, and it should matter to you because it matters to me. Not really. Let's see, what else is going on in the world of nerd? I love that we've got our beautiful co-host wearing a Batgirl tank top, because I am thrilled that the new Batgirl artist for the comic book is a chick. Yeah. And after a summer of dealing with the atrocity that was Gamergate, nerds are re-getting, that's great. Nerds are getting their credit back as being completely pro-equality and loving their ladies. We've got tons of female gamers getting shown mad respect now. I think sometimes you've got to go through the dark to hit the light, and we are beginning to hit a stride now. Conventions were given some issues this summer with harassment or groping or things like that. Really, the issue there was the media, because stories were taken far out of context and blown up. When you've got the actual people involved saying it didn't happen that way, maybe it's time to check your news source before you start attacking my people. Just saying. Anything else interesting going on in the world of nerd? No, I don't think so. But you can tweet me questions or anything that you want to know about, and I will be more than happy to research it if I don't already know, and find out the news and information that's pertinent to you and your gaming and or reading and or movies.
Amy Sulam. Now, wait, before you go, Amy, we gotta establish you a little bit further. You are the founder of Unlockable Characters.
Well, I didn't found it, but
you keep them in check.
I made it better. That's what I did. I came along and improved it.
Chicks always make it better.
Yes, I came along and said, you should wear clean clothes on stage. And they went...
So talk about the Unlockable Characters and what they are and what you guys do.
Okay, so the Unlockable Characters are 4 comics. I'm the MC. I host the events, usually in crazy outfits or costumes that are kind of nerd, kind of kitsch, a little bit diesel punk sometimes.
Yep.
I travel with my 3 boys. They do full-length stand-up comedy sets. These are not just some local yokel comics that ran in to do a show and put it together sloppily. These guys are hardcore nerds. Everybody's got their specialty and what they really love to talk about. They are able to come in and make fun of things that I don't think anybody from outside our little circle would be able to make fun of. And there are references and stuff that we have especially for our fans, because we love you guys. We are probably, I wouldn't say the best touring stand-up comics for conventions. I would say there's a word that's better than best, because my guys are pretty great. And by the way, hi John, hi Jake, hi Paul. I love you guys.
And that's how we met.
Mm-hmm.
You and I met at Indie PopCon. You guys were performing. I was performing, doing some hosting and emceeing, and we said, hey, we need to get together.
Yeah.
We're both in Nashville. We're both professionals, and guess what? We put together a Comixstravaganza. Isn't just a show. It's an entire programming package for conventions.
Mm-hmm.
Unlockable Characters do their stand-up comedy show. You guys do gaming panels.
Mm-hmm.
I do panels on diesel punk and steampunk, podcasting. We've got the Cosplay Collective that is part of what we do. They do cosplay panels, and we host the contests and do all of that.
And we could even do this show with a live studio audience
That's
at a convention.
That's
so
right.
If you want to be in the audience to yell things at us or have us answer your questions, you definitely need to let your local convention bookers know that you're interested.
That's right, and you can go to BigDaddyCoolShows.com and click the link for Comixstravaganza, and that'll take you to the page with all of the booking information and all of the options that we offer you. It's turnkey programming for your con, festival, or expo.
Exactly. It's better than paying a bunch of money to have amateur hour run your panels.
That's right. Tried, tested, proven. Boom. Thank you, Amy. She'll be back next week with more News of the Nerd. All right, now it is time to bring on our very special guest. You guys may or may not know Mark Ballard of Comic City Conventions, but he does a series of great conventions throughout the Southeast, and you'll see him at the major conventions around the country. We want to bring him on to talk about a con that's coming up just next week. Mark, welcome to Comixstravaganza Live, brother. Now, you have Murfreesboro Anime and Comic Con coming up next week, Saturday.
See you later. Oh, more?
Yeah, no, and don't look at me. Look at the camera.
I don't want to look at you. Did you see the audience out there?
I know, they're smoking. You can agree with that.
They are.
Yeah, we have no rules here.
No, I don't agree with anything.
No rules here. So anyway, tell us a little bit about MAC coming up on, the 17th and the 18th?
17th and 18th. It's the 4th year of the show. And I have a problem when I put on shows. I don't put on big shows. I'm not Wizard. I'm not putting on big shows. But all my small shows, I always have the problem of I like to have guests.
Yeah.
Most small shows have 1 guest, 2 guests, 3 guests, 4 guests.
You got a bunch.
And I have a problem because I have 31 guests.
Yeah, you do. You have a lot of folks coming.
And I keep adding them. So this is a show that for a very low admission price, you get to meet tons of guests from a lot of shows. And then the cool thing is, everything you bring them, they sign for free.
What? Okay, how low?
All of my guests.
How low is your admission
Sign for
price?
free. $10.
$10. And that's for both days?
No, it's per day.
Per day. Okay.
Per day.
So,
But there's different guests on each day.
hit us with some of those guests.
John Dugan from Texas Chainsaw Massacre plays the grandfather in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre will be there.
Wow.
Wrestling fans, Jim Cornette, who is the manager of the Midnight Express, the Rock and Roll Express.
Tennis racket.
Tennis racket, Hall of Fame. Comic artist, we just added Jim Hall, who is the artist of the Avengers. He did Silver Surfer, and he just emailed me and said, hey, you didn't mention that my first work was Guardians of the Galaxy. That little comic that people do. Then our main guest, who I was super stoked to get. If you're my age, a little bit younger, maybe you know Earthworm Jim. Doug Apple, who created Earthworm Jim, was the voice of Earthworm Jim in the cartoons, will be there Saturday, meeting fans. He's doing Veggie Tales right now on Netflix. So bring your kids out, because they're going to know Larry the Cucumber and Bob the Tomato, and all of those that I don't know at all, but he's doing that now, and he'll be there Saturday, along with tons of wrestlers,
the Saw
comic
guys.
artists. The Saw guys will be there.
Yeah.
About 9 or 10 of them are coming in to meet fans. We got Dean Zacher, who drew Batman. We've got Mitch Faust, who's a fantasy artist who does calendars and
Mitch
all
is
that as well.
fantastic.
So,
And, you got some other people doing some really awesome panels.
yeah, there's this group out of North Dakota. Well, no, not that group. We've got Comic Extravaganza there.
That's right. I'm going to be doing the Podcasting 101 panel. The girls from Cosplay Collective is going to be doing cosplay. And then we're hosting the cosplay contest that night.
Cosplay contest, which last year for a small show we had, I think, 61 people entered into.
Whoa!
So
that's
year...
That's big.
That's big for a
group.
small show.
Yeah.
And that's not bad for a medium show. And this year we expect to have a bigger group for that. We give away tons of stuff. The one thing we also worry about is free. So it's free parking. It's free tote bags to everybody. You get a tote bag we had made for the show. On Sunday we have a free table with posters, comics, buttons. All that's free.
And the poster was created by Sam Payne.
Sam Payne.
Great comic artist.
It's an Art Deco looking poster.
Yeah.
Massive Harley Quinn type girl.
Yeah, it's very cool.
They're up all around Murfreesboro, so if you're down there and you take a picture of it and you post it, you're going to win a prize.
So we need to talk about that. Where is this convention being held?
The convention is at the Clarion Inn, which is at exit 78, right there off I-24. It's Saturday from 10 to 5, Sunday 11 to 4.
So if you are in the Murfreesboro, Nashville, Middle Tennessee area, you need to come on out to Murfreesboro Anime Comic Con.
Con, with a K.
With a K. MAC.
Because MACC was just a weird word.
And even if you're not in the area, for $10.
$10.
$10, you drive. If you're within a 5-hour driving distance, you need to come to this show because it is a con for fans.
It is. There's a free gaming area with everything from apples to Magic that you just borrow from us and play. Panels all day. Sunday is a writer's workshop. If you're a writer, we've got 5 published authors. Not blogs, but real books that are books you can buy at stores.
Yeah.
Coming in to work a whole writer's workshop to tell you the ins and outs of writing.
Awesome.
And Sunday, somebody wins an entire booth. We set up a booth. We put $3,000 worth of stuff in it, and somebody gets it.
What?
So if you want to win, bring a truck.
That is awesome. That is fantastic. So, Comic City TN.
Comic City TN's a website.
ComicCityTN.com. You can find out all the details about that show, about Jackson, Tennessee coming up, and Clarksville,
Nashville,
Franklin, and
Nashville
Mark,
with Pee-wee's Playhouse guest.
Yeah, that's right. And Mark makes the circuit of some of the bigger cons around the area.
I'm
so you'll
leaving
see him.
in minutes to head to New Orleans for
So-
Wizard World. So-
Wizard World, check out Mark's booth. I'll tell you what, you have one of the biggest select. I'm just going to brag on this guy for a minute because we're going out worldwide, not just Nashville. So if you're in
Konnichiwa.
if you're in New Orleans at Wizard World, go by see Mark. Go to his booth because he's got some great stuff.
Come spin the wheel.
That's right. And you know what? I've heard this about you. You can validate it.
Sure.
I've heard that you'll haggle and you'll make deals.
I tell people right off the bat, I can knock off a dime off any price. Right, just like that. $400, $399.90. Boom. Cash in hand. Maybe if you got real cash, $3.99. If you bring me a Coke.
Do you still have those Hulks?
I do.
What were they, 7?
No Hulk Run, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got all those.
Yeah.
I'm missing a 1. But I did just pick up a Turtles first print, number 1.
Yeah.
That will be out for showing. It'll be in Murfreesboro.
What I love about your booth at cons is you have stuff that you don't see anywhere else.
Try.
You know a lot. You know what I'm talking about. A lot of conventions you go and you see the same thing you see in your local shops, but you always have something I don't see anywhere else.
I try. I mean, I deal with celebrity autographs, so we've got autographs from the hot guys like Norman Reedus and Daryl from The Walking Dead, and we've got those type of guys. But also, I'm a big fan of 30s, 40s, 50s autographs, so I always carry Gone with the Wind people, or, of course, Star Wars people and all that, but all of them from the 50s and 60s I love. And then I carry autograph posters, because everybody needs a man room, and you need posters in it.
That's right. That's right.
But
Well, excellent.
Come
Well,
see
yeah, come to Mac. Come see him in New Orleans. And if you come to Murfreesboro Anime Comic
Come see
Con,
them and
you'll
them.
see us, and it'll be awesome. We would love to see you. Thank you again, Mark.
thank you, sir.
And I can't let him leave without mentioning that Mark is a partner, a supporter, a sponsor of Comixstravaganza and Comixstravaganza Live, and we love you for it, brother.
Well, I wanted to come on before, but
Yeah.
but now, Comics Extravaganza.
That's right. No geeky tales, just awesome coolness.
And that's me.
Yep. All right. We'll see you later, brother. All right. Well, you know what? That is bringing us already to a close. And I just realized that, do you have a stool over there? Are you sitting on one? Can you bring that up? One of the great things that we get to do every week is we get to have performances here in the Comixstravaganza Live studio. And I met this cat who, a few months ago, we were performing together at the Cutthroat Freak Show. And he impressed the fire out of me. And we've done several shows together since. He's real fun, really funny. I'm going to have him come on up. And please, everyone in the studio audience, welcome Johnny Food Stamp.
Hey kids, Fixed Up here. Thank you for that lovely introduction. It's wonderful to be here in the Houdini room. I'm the musical segment for tonight's entertainment, and I'm going to play a little bit of banjo ukulele for you tonight. Little history on the ukulele. It's a Hawaiian instrument, so much so that the word ukulele is literally Hawaiian for ukulele.
Now don't go anywhere, Johnny. Where can folks come? Where can folks see you, hear you, get your music, all of the above?
Well, you can go to johnnyfoodstamp.com if you have the internet, which I'm sure you do if you're watching this. And you can also see me on tour with the Cutthroat Freak Show coming up March 3rd through the 19th, I believe. We're going to be heading out from here in Nashville and then just doing a nice little East Coast tour, and we'll end up in Philadelphia. So you can check out the dates online at johnnyfoodstamp.com.
Very, very cool. Give it up for Johnny Food Stamp. All right, now before we go, we got one more guest, actually two more guests. We mentioned earlier in the show that during the downtime between the previous show and the launch of Comixstravaganza, I helped Dee Volpe and Nancy Arch set up Cosplay Collective. So let's bring them on to talk a little bit about what is going on in Middle Tennessee and around the world with the cosplay. Oh my goodness. You are intimidating. Wait. Let's give her a wide berth here. Let's see it. Show the full on. Oh, she about knocked me out. Oh, there she is. Now, look, you guys have seen pictures of Dee as Batwoman, not just on our Facebook page, but on the Wizard World page, on videos that people have done at various cons around. You're becoming quite the icon as Batwoman.
I guess.
Yeah, I can say it.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. You do an awesome job.
I enjoy it.
And Nancy, you're not in costume tonight, but you do an awesome steampunk Catwoman.
I did. I had a little wardrobe malfunction, and I thought it would scare your guest. It's not a horror show, so I wanted to, keep it clean tonight. So that's why I'm not dressed.
Well, no, you are dressed.
Yeah, I'm not dressed in my steampunk cowl.
Anyway, let's see. 2 months ago, almost 3 now, we set up Cosplay Collective.
Yes.
And it was a long time coming. But
Very long time.
Yes,
coming.
it was a very long time coming. But I helped you guys get it together. And in the first 2 months, you guys hosted 3 events.
3 whole events. Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And
We had a
have
great
had
time. Thanks to everybody who
fantastic
came.
turnout, and we started out with a party at GMX,
Yep, GMX.
which was a huge success. Then we had what we called a Christmas cosplay photo jam and toy drive, where we raised toys, and then we took
Collected toys. They know what she means.
collected toys, yeah. And then we actually delivered the toys to Centennial Children's Hospital.
That's right.
And
Just before
Vanderbilt.
Christmas, and Vanderbilt University Hospital.
Yeah. So helping out kids, and look, when we went to take those toys to Centennial, the Rogues Gallery cosplayers joined us with that, and Cosplay Kid Justin Smith was there, and it was so cool to see this band of unified superheroes walking through the children's wing of Centennial Hospital, and just, some of those pictures of those kids are just, they'll tear you apart.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was awesome.
Really
Very
nice.
cool.
And we're going to be doing more of that. You guys are going to be doing that wherever we go, and here in Middle Tennessee. And talk a little bit more about what Cosplay Collective means and what it's all about in total.
Well, we wanted Cosplay Collective to be a little bit more about other things other than cons and contests. That's usually when you think of cosplay, that's basically what you think of. But we wanted to be able to get groups together for maker conventions, meetings or something
Yeah,
like
maker
that.
meetings.
Maker meetings, and things like that, and get a community going to provide charity events. Superheroes are huge.
Yeah.
And kids love it, and adults love it.
Yeah.
We also went to the Cancer Center, Sarah Cannon Cancer Center.
That's right, we
Centennial.
did, for the adults.
The adults seem to enjoy it just about as much as the kids. So we want to be able to unite the community outside of cons. And it can be for seasoned cosplayers or brand new cosplayers, photographers who like to take cosplay photography,
Artists.
makers, costumers, and even fans.
Yeah.
If you're just a fan, you can come hang out with us, help us out. That's about what we really wanted to get it all about.
Yeah, and helping other cosplayers through the con circuit. We're doing, you're doing some panels on cosplay at a couple of conventions. We've booked 5 with Comic City conventions throughout the next year. And the big piece is the Cospitality Suite. Talk about that a little bit. You guys could have this at your convention, at your festival, at your expo.
Well, what we wanted to do is set up an area at cons where cosplayers can get out of the crowds. If they have a malfunction on their costume or anything like that, we'll have things in the lounge that they can fix their costumes with. There'll be people there that can actually help them with that also. It's also an area where they can get away from all the photographers and take a rest, especially those with the big costumes, heavy costumes. They can come in, they can take, part of it off and rest for a bit, and then before they go back out for more photography and all that. And a place to sit and chat.
That's right. That's right. It's just a super cool idea, and one whose time has really come. And if you're booking a con, you have an expo, and you want to have the Hospitality Suite,
Hospitality.
all we need is the space.
Yes.
And we'll bring
Have
everything,
else.
right?
Yep.
We'll
We got
bring
everything
all the
else.
supplies that we need, and all we need
Sewing
is space.
machines, scissors, tape, glue, foam,
Most
everything.
important,
you can
Paint,
think of.
markers.
Paint, markers, right, exactly.
All we
Makeup.
just need is space and tables and chairs for
Yeah.
them to be able to sit at.
And it can happen for you and your con guests. You can find out more at BigDaddyCoolShows.com. Click the Comixstravaganza link, and that'll take you to the page with all the details about how you can book the Cosmetality Suite for your convention.
And if they're interested in the Cosplay Collective, we have a Facebook page.
That's right, you
You
do.
can actually go to cosplaycollective.org, and it will take you straight to our Facebook page. We've got lots of pictures up there from our events. We may have some video coming soon, too.
Ooh.
But if you're interested, come join us. Join the Facebook community.
All you got to do is click the
We're going
link.
to plan some actual maker meetings.
Yep.
So if you're in the Nashville area or surrounding areas, hopefully we'll have an evening when you can come and learn how to make certain things for costumes and such. But we'd love for you to join us.
Yeah,
Excellent.
come join us. Come have fun with us.
Excellent, excellent. Well,
Yes.
thank you, Dee and Nancy. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to ask the rest of the cast to come join us. It is time for us to say goodnight. But before we do, we got a tweet from Katie Peachy at Katie Peachy.
Hey, Katie!
She says, "Yay for Nancy and Dee. Love their cosplay collective." So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first episode of Comixstravaganza Live. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, send us an email at BigDaddyCool@BigDaddyCoolShows.com. Tweet us at Live Comics and let us know what you think. If you loved it, let us know. If you didn't, just keep it to yourself. But also, if you loved it, tell 200-300 of your closest friends and family. Now, we could not have this show. This show would not be possible without the contribution and the motivation of someone very, very special. And so we have a very special message just for that very special person. Pucker up, Buttercup.
Butterball.
Show 'em, girls! Woo! All right, well, that's it. Until the next time, swing hard, swing often. We'll catch you on the flip side. Good night.
Good night.
Cameraman, stop the tape.